Namaste, my brothers and sisters, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac Weather. My name is Stepº27. I am the sensei to Sirius joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. I am so grateful to walk by your side today. I am love casting live in 5 dimensions on the beautiful temple at Gaia for Friday. Thank God it's Friday, and it's finally Friday, not just any old Friday, my friends. This is a spectacular wrap-up of the Sun in Sagittarius, and today is God's birthday. Stepº27 rules the day, and today the Sun conjuncts the galactic center. And for all practical purposes, it seems that we all came from there, that direction, the galactic center. Everything seems to be orbiting around there. So it is kind of a basic tribal thing, and like a hoo ha ha, everything orbit around there. That's about as much as we know. But we know that in astrology, there is a message there. And right now that message is Step27, act on what you believe. That is what the universe is orbiting around, to act on what we believe. Fascinating stuff. But today, regardless of that, regardless of the big picture and the small microcosm of you, it is time, my friend, to act on what you believe. We act on what we believe today. We hold space tomorrow. We are tested Sunday morning, and then it's light cast day Sunday night, a new moon in Capricorn, the winter solstice. So it's a powerful wrap up, and today's really the powerful day, and we're going to talk about the galactic center and what it means for you, and maybe what your galactic center was where you were born. But before we do all that, let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of the day. I am open and ready to act on what feels right. Today's an action day. We have built our emotions for 27 days now. We built our belief, built consciousness, a whole day of sunlight to each of it. So now we need to trust our feelings. We have to be a place to trust our feelings. We've worked with Saturn and Scorpio to trust our feelings. It is time to act on what feels right. So I want to program my brain right now. I'm open and ready to act on what feels right, which means I'm mindful of my feelings and I'm staying in that position. I'm going to explain how this all works here in a second. So today, Step27 is the Sirius step of the day. This is how we step through today and we hold our space. The way it architects together is our feelings, I feel, step 2, plus our sensory perception, psychic 7, is action. This is the secret formula to when to act. When you feel it and it makes sense, in other words, God doesn't warn you, do it. And there is a moment when the two come together, and usually, sometimes it's the feelings that go this way, sometimes it's the sensory that goes this way. Let's take a look at the chakras. We'll take a better look at this.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
So really, it's like, when do you act? When is the right time to act? When do I go walk up to her and say, hey, what do you do New Year's Eve? When do you go up and say, I really need a raise? When do you take action? Well, listening to yourself, this is how I believe it is. For one, you got to feel good, first of all. You got to feel good about yourself, feel good about yourself, feel good about your life, and feel connected to yourself. That way you know it's you or them walking into the scenario. Step 2, you got to listen to your psychic awareness and listen for the bell to ring, for the moment. There will be a bell, all right? There will be a moment when it's just like, ding, you just will feel it. It's in that moment that you act, which is root chakra, step 9. You take action. And what's important about this day is that ritual is part of manifestation. We have to put into action, which is the body, right? We have to put into action. We have to put into motion. If you want to manifest, you have to get it moving just like the planets are moving. And so even ritualistically, I think it's important to act, to put into motion, to show the universe you're so serious, you're going to get started right now. Budget or no budget. Get it into motion. And today, it's not just action, it's what we believe. It's step 3, and so it's where we're going to be going and growing for a couple of years. You'd be surprised how much this next week and a half has actually an effect on your next year. It's powerful, but this is one of those times. So let's now look at today's planet soup. What is God cooking up there in the stars? That's always my question. Well, for starters, the Sun is at Step27. Step27 Sagittarius, which is where the galactic center is. So this is the center of the center of our universe, really. At the end of the day, everything is orbiting around that. Now, what's interesting is today also, on this cool day, is the day Venus is crossing Pluto. So Venus crosses over Pluto over the weekend, as we cross the galactic center. Coincidence? I don't know. But what's Venus? Creation. What's Pluto? Destruction. Whoa. Create, destroy. Something is being created, destroyed. So if you want to know when vortex is open, this is it, my friends. All right. And Mercury is in the early stages of this party, helping us navigate with our mind. There he is. And guess where he's at? Step 4 today. So Mercury is at breakthrough. So our mind is focused on breakthrough at Capricorn, while we Venus and Pluto create, destroy at the top. The same day we galactic conjunct the center. Then the moon's in Scorpio. And so, crossing Saturn. So the moon dramatically crosses Saturn and Scorpio for the very last time as the sun conjuncts the galactic center on God's birthday as Venus conjuncts Pluto. I mean, it's pretty dramatic. I mean, the universe doesn't fuck around. And the moon, crosses Saturn. I think my version maybe was a little better. And here is the final little cherry. If you study astronumerology, okay, Venus is at step 11 Capricorn, and Mars is at step 11 Aquarius. Both at step 11. What are they? Creation, right? Venus and Mars is basically fertility. So Venus is we're opening up we're healing business in Capricorn, and we're healing our vision of age of Aquarius. All on this awesome galactic center day. Awesome, huh? So today I'm going to talk about the galactic center, and we're going to get a little deeper on all this fun stuff in the Sensei Sunrise. You like my groovy Nova planetarium music in the background? Anyone ever go to planetarium? My parents used to take me to planetarium, which was awesome. I think it definitely started my passion. So planetariums, laser light shows, it was all about that, man. The Sensei Sunrise Sirius step of the day is step 27 in Sagittarius. And as we climb our conscious ladder, we're now at step 27, I decide, which is where the galactic center is. So this is the day where we add it all up and we move forward. We have our feelings, we add what we sense, and then it's go time. That red is root chakra, right? So today, like I said, I think the posture of the day is to be in touch with your feelings, listen for your moment, and then take action when God gives you a cue, no matter what it is. But you definitely want to put into some sort of motion today, even if you're burning a letter to God. You want to put into motion, hey, I want this to happen. It's been my experience that it happens. It's funny, but it's true. So today I want to talk about the galactic center because it's so cool. Today, the galactic center is at step 27, and you might think, oh, has God always been at step 27? Not really, because of the precession of the equinox. So because the Earth is wobbling in orbit, we are getting different perceptions of the same stars, and so things do wobble as far as the degree. So actually, step 27 is new, believe it or not, because it was on the Mayan shift, right, in December of 2012, that it went to step 26. So the galactic center moved to step 27 from step 26, December 2012. Moved from 26 to 27. That was the big deal, that it was now step 9. But wait, let's go further back in time. I went back to July 1776, where the United States was created, the last time Pluto was in Capricorn. The galactic center back then was at step 23. So back then it was like, oh, we're putting our connections together here, putting together the connections of our collective conscious. Everything in our reality orbited around putting together a new collective conscious. Step 23. Isn't that interesting? At the time. And of course, at the Mayan shift, if we want to review, it was 26. So we were in the state of deciding, and then it moved to step 27, which I've just screwed up here. So, taking action. So we were in a period of deciding. So let's go further back. Womp womp. July 1526. July 1526 actually was the time before the American Revolution that Pluto was in Capricorn, which was actually when Martin Luther was creating the Protestant Church. That Protestant Church, of course, would later leave England and create the United States. So this is the wave of the wave of the wave. And at this time, at this wave, the galactic center was at step 20. So we were protecting our feelings, which means we were protecting our faith because it was in Sagittarius. So everything orbited around protecting our feelings back then. Let's go further back. 900 AD. We're at step 11 Sagittarius. That's where the galactic center orbited. I don't have any great history there, but I will take you as far as 313 AD when Constantine released the Edict of Milan, which formalized and legalized Christianity. So when Christianity was legalized, the galactic center orbited around step 3, which is the natural born number 3 of Sagittarius. So interesting. So what's fascinating to me is how far we've come. We're all the way at the top of Sagittarius now. You can see after 2,000 years almost, we're finally acting on our beliefs. It's a big deal. It doesn't happen often. And now for the next 100 years, it'll be step 27. So if you're wondering, how long does it stay in a step? 100 years. So everyone born between the Mayan shift calendar of 2012 is a step 26 citizen of the earth. They're all here to make a decision, step 26. Every child born after the Mayan shift is a step 27 galactic center. They are here to act on that shift. Fascinating stuff. And I have a little bit more for you. We have the final little webisode or segment of What If? The final What If after this, my friend. Live, love, be. Soul Garden. Can't find love? That day is over. With just 8 numbers, we can reveal all your secrets to sex and love. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out the secret to your heart at secretsofbirthdays.com. And here we are in the Somar.me trading post. So tranquil. A couple little reminders for you, friends. For one, the Megascope monthly reports, which are available for immediate download, will go into detail both on Saturday as a mega date and Sunday as a mega date with the new moon. I go into deep detail for each of the 12 about what this new moon on Sunday will be when Namaste is not on the air. So the new moon is awesome and covered. The other thing covered is New Year's predictions. In fact, I actually give you the New Year's Eve vows I predict that you will be saying to yourself, and I tell you the date you actually make it. We make our vows actually a couple of days before New Year's, all in your Megascope Monthly. Be sure to watch. And I do say thank you ahead of time, by the way, for your purchases. It is what gets my son a present for Christmas, too. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, the Secrets of Birthdays Love and Lust Report is a fun little gift to yourself for just $19.95. You can figure out how you love to be loved, and the type of people you love attract. Secretsofbirthdays.com. And still my particular sale where you can get a 1-hour reading plus 30 minutes for just $99. Give yourself a New Year's Eve reading or a New Year's reading to see where you are light casting here in this new future. All of that available at soulmart.me. And that brings us to today's final What If? The big galactic what if, right? This is a big one. My final what if, and then when we come back in Capricorn here on Monday with Namaste today, we'll be talking about different things than what if. We'll be talking about the hard realities of Capricorn. So the final what if is this. What if you are God? You know, everyone has this little thing inside of them that they think they're special. Don't lie. You know you think you're special. If you watch this show, you must think you're special. You must know you're special. And have you ever thought about that idea? It's like, well, oh yes, we're all a part of God. No, actually, you know, what if you are God? If I am God, if we're all God. And God is so amazing that God can express in these many different directions this much creativity forward with free will. I'm reading this book right now, Conversations with God, which is, in a way, blowing my mind. So frank and honest. And I think this is God talking in the book. So if you haven't read this, you might want to read it. God is very frank in the book. God is like, look, I couldn't experience being me by being me. So the only way to experience what it's like to be God would be to separate from being God. So I had to separate from myself. And your life is me looking back at myself to go, wow, I'm amazing. So really, maybe it might haunt you inside, but have you thought about if that's the case? If we really are each one expression of God, and we're all going to come back, and we're all going to feel like us, because it is us, because we are God, because I am God, you are God, and that is it. Fascinating, deep stuff, my friend. But before you contemplate God, let's take a look at the modes of each of our brothers and sisters, and where God and the Galactic Center is recommending they move forward. Just saying what the stars say. Step 0 is the Scorpios. Sunny, chance of arrogance, honestly, with all this adding up. But you know what? Play it, Scorpio. Play it. Time to gamble on yourself now. Step 1, the Leos. Sunny, nesting and resting today, but it's time to act on personal dreams or love. So you may be at home nesting and resting, but you got to open up and say hello to your prince or princess. Step 2 is the Cancers. Sunny, hyper aware of their reality with all this, feeling everyone's emotions. Time to act on changing your lifestyle, like now. Do it today. Step 3, the Sagittarius is Sunny, spiritual, but happy birthday to you, by the way. Time to act on your new strength. So do something to act on it. Show off for yourself. Step 4 is the Aquarius is Sunny and professional today, but time to act on your social agenda. Age of Aquarius, Aquarians acting on their agenda. Oh my gosh, it's too obvious. Step 5 is the Geminis. Sunny and hyper alert. Time to commit to your long-term unions. Step 6, the Librans. Sunny and productive today. Galactic Center says, act on a message or act on your legal case. This is a weird, the third house, but act on intellectual property like now. That's it. Step 7, the Pisces. Sunny and passionate. Time to swim ahead with your career goals. Step 8, the Capricorn. Sunny and super social. Time to use your inner faith now to achieve. So what is your extra incentive? What do you have that they don't got? Faith. That's what it is. Step 9, Sunny with a chance of irritable today. You need to act on your life purpose today. So it's like if you were born to run, then baby, you need to run. Step 10, the Taurus is Sunny and sentimental. It's time to make the changes happen. Happen now. And I did. Step 11 is the Virgos. Sunny and sharp. But it's time to act on grounding yourself right now. Grounding yourself in the sense of a foundation that's yours, which allows you then to grow anything. Kind of like your own farm. So that's good. Now let's move on to our Lightwalker Parade. These are little videos that follow this video to help you along your way. If you don't know, you may have found this recently, but I have something called the Gigascopes. The Gigascopes are generational-based scopes. They're on the mothership. They're also on YouTube, and you can look up your generation. Look it up and take a look-see. I'm going to be shooting the next episode of the Gigascopes, and if you haven't seen yours, take a look. It's well worth the watch. Also, Modern Mommies is some fantastic lightworker mothers talking about raising kids, and it's good talk, and it's a lot of fun. We're talking essential oils this week. That's also available on soulgarden.tv. If you're on YouTube and you would be kind to please subscribe, we appreciate that. And on Facebook, you can follow us at soulgarden.me. They'll take you to our page. And you can also join our email list, where I'll email you out in the middle of the night and say hello to you. Don't forget, the mothership is soulgarden.tv. And the greatest thing you can do for us is tell us, talk about us to your friends or family. Share us with the people you love, with the people that you represent, too. I know there's a lot of light workers and educators that watch this show. And that brings us now to the rock and roll gospel, our final Sagittarius gospel. We're going to move on to Capricorn next week, and can you guess? Who's the final Sag that I waited to the very end for? Actually, Christina Aguilera. I think she's pretty amazing. I think the song Beautiful is beautiful. I think it's spiritual light work to the awesome core. I think it was designed to reach the most girls it could, and guys, if they're open to thinking that they're beautiful, which is good, and I just think it's great spiritual light work, Christina. You are awesome. And she's a Step 26 Sagittarius, so woman is all about business, okay? So it's going to be interesting to watch her with Saturn in her sign. I think it's going to give her a lot of strength. Thank you so much, my friends. Be sure to watch your Megascope monthlies for details on the new moon and the final climax of this transit. I'll be back on Monday, and until then, remember I love you, and live, love, be. This is just so ironic.
Soul.